Hi there, and welcome to the Friday edition of Good Morning KU. I'm Grace Haverty.
And I'm TJ Blake.
And we've got a lot to talk about today. First off, the impending snowstorm.
No, it's crazy.
Possible snowstorm. Yes. It's kind of all people are talking about. It was freezing last night. I was like fumbling to unlock my house door because I couldn't feel my fingers. And it's just really cold. And I did some research. I checked weather.com. 70% chance of snow tomorrow, 90% on Sunday.
I'm hoping that it waits till Sunday because
Right.
then we actually get out of school, get to,
Right, we keep
enjoy
getting
the
all
snow.
this snow and then we don't get any snow days. And I just keep trying not to fall when I'm walking up the hill to class,
Yeah, I know. KU's
What are
the
you
worst
gonna
for that.
do?
Have you noticed though that like Kansas weather is so much different from like the rest of the U.S. So we don't get our snow until February. Like we can go all the way
Right.
through December, all the way through January, and we get nothing.
Winter comes like at the beginning of March, I
Yeah.
feel like.
And then it's
It was
gone
warm
really
in
quick.
January this year and now it's freezing, so.
We had 70, 80-degree days. I mean, not really, but
Yeah.
pretty close to that, I
Yeah,
felt like.
and
So-
hopefully the snow doesn't come too much on Saturday because obviously we have game day, so we don't want that to affect
Yeah.
any of the traveling and traffic for the game.
Yeah,
People are
absolutely.
dedicated, so I doubt it will.
Speaking of
But,
dedication, are you going to the game?
I wish I was. I can't. I have a rehearsal at 5 actually for
Rock Chalk Review?
Yes.
Ah.
Quick plug. The show is next week, so come see it. It's going to be funny.
It's going to be great.
Yep.
I'll be there.
Good.
So, yeah.
Good. Also, today, when I walked into the Union today, it was super crowded, and I was like, what's going on?
I know, there were so many people here. And
Yes.
it looked like people I didn't recognize, so I
Exactly.
wasn't
They
sure.
looked a little bit younger than us. It's the Kansas High School Press Association. So there's about 1,000 high school journalist students that are in the Union today.
Yeah.
And they're taking part in like journalistic competitions all day here at KU.
So it's people that have done like yearbook and stuff in high school. Did you do that at all?
I unfortunately didn't really get involved with journalism stuff until college, so I didn't do it in high school, but I wish I would have.
Yeah,
Seems like a
these-
really cool opportunity that they have here today.
Yeah, these students are kind of a cut above already doing that
Yeah,
extra
getting like the
step.
college experience,
Yeah.
definitely.
Kind of a great opportunity. I'm glad KU has that for them.
And we are actually going to talk to a teacher and a student involved with KSPA later on in the show.
Yeah, that'll be really interesting.
But most importantly, the thing we are both dying to talk about that took
dress.
the world by storm is the dress.
Yes. So excited for this. So this may seem like the silliest news story in the world, but it's all over Twitter, it's all over BuzzFeed, Facebook, GroupMe, it's even
Instagram,
on like
everything.
the biggest news stations in the nation. The dress, which I think we have a picture of. Yeah, so it's been seen a whole bunch of different ways by different people. Some people see it as gold and white.
Or is it black and blue?
Yeah, exactly. And so the first time I saw it, I walked into the room of people and everybody was like, what color is this dress? And I was like, very clearly white and gold. And everybody started yelling at me that it wasn't. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, the first time I saw it, I was with 3 of my friends, and one of them shows us the picture, and she's like, what do you guys see? And me and my 2 other friends were like, it's white and gold, because it was white and gold. And she's like, I see black and blue. And I was like, what do you, no. And then like an hour and a half later, every group me I'm in, there's the picture, and some people say it's black and blue, some people say it's white and gold, and celebrities are like posting about it on Instagram and Twitter, and it's just everywhere.
I texted my mom about it.
What did
because
your mom think?
My mom thought it was green. So I mean,
There's a third
there's
option.
That too,
It could be green.
You never know.
I did see, I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw a supposed little letter from the people who created the picture saying that it was a research experiment and that depending on your emotional state, it will either look white and gold or it will look black and blue. However, I looked at the picture twice in 2 different GroupMes within a minute, and one time it was white and gold and the other time it was black and blue. And I'm emotional, but not that emotional, where I would go from one range to the other in a minute. So I personally doubt that explanation.
I saw an
but-
article actually published by Foreign Policy this morning. Don't ask me why Foreign Policy was writing about this dress.
Yeah.
But it said it had to do with the exposure and the lighting that was in the room. Kind of like those like illusions where you have like little black dots in some spots and it looks like
Yeah,
the whole thing.
optical illusions.
Yeah, so they said that it was about the exposure of the picture. But if you actually tested it and put it in Photoshop and like color tested it, it was blue and black. So
Really?
yeah, so if you saw it that way,
The
then-
world may never know. Well, I think we've talked enough about the silly dress.
Yes.
So we will be back after the break with Katie and our guest from KSPA.
Studious, courteous, community service oriented. These are just a few ways to describe Sigma Pi fraternity. But don't take my word for it. Let's ask the president himself. Oh, excuse me. I didn't hear you come in. I'm Ryan Brinker, founding father and president of Beta Delta chapter of Sigma Pi here at the University of Kansas. We're one of the fastest growing Greek communities here on campus. And now we want you to be a part of us too. For more information, go to kusigmapi.com.
And welcome back. I am Katie here with Kathy Habiger and Karissa Schmidt. They are from the Mill Valley High School. Thank you guys for joining us here. Now, Kathy, why don't you tell us a little about why you're here today?
Well, we have about 1,000 kids here today from mostly Eastern Kansas participating in the KSPA Regional Journalism Conference.
Very cool.
We'll have everything from writing contests and editing is what they're doing here today. And then some of the kids have submitted entries beforehand, photography, graphic design, things like that. So all of those entries will be judged and we'll have some winners by the end of next week.
Very cool. Now, Karissa, I know you're in some of these competitions. Which ones are you entered in?
I am competing in advertising, which is where they give you a prompt and you make an advertisement for a made-up business.
Oh,
then I
very
am in infographics, where you have to find the information and then create it into a little graphic that shows the information. Then I'm doing sports photography, which is pretty self-explanatory. You go to different events and you find the best photo that you've taken of sports. And then my last one is photo illustration, which is where you have this story and you have to make a photo that has text on it or has different images, and so it shows a story.
Very cool, very cool. So, as a teacher, what do you hope that students are going to get most out of today?
Well, I think first of all, it's a great day for the kids. They get to come on campus and they get to bond with each other on a really cold bus this morning. And, but I think mostly just getting feedback for their work. These kids work really hard, all the kids here, and to get a professional or a journalism school judge or someone who's working in the field to give them feedback on their work is so important. They can use that feedback then to make their own publications back at their schools better. So that's really the ultimate goal of today.
Very cool. And you said you're actually on the board for KSPA?
Yeah, the KSPA, we're the only organization in Kansas that supports high school journalism teachers and their students. So we do a lot of events. This is one of our biggest events.
Okay.
We also have a fall conference in October where the kids come and hear different speakers about journalism and again kind of bonding together, bringing together the journalists in different areas across Kansas.
Very cool. Now, I know this isn't the only competition that's been going on this week, right? It's been all over Kansas?
Yeah, we're by the end of today, there'll be 2,700 entries. They were in Emporia, Hayes, Pittsburgh, K-State campus, KU, Wichita State also as well. So this is our last, KSP's last contest is today.
Okay, wow, so it's all over.
Yeah.
So what are you most excited for about today?
I mean, obviously I'm most excited to find out the results, but I mean, I also get to meet a lot of new people from other schools. I do know a few other journalists from other high schools, and it's really cool to get to see all of them.
And I'm sure getting out of school for the day
Oh,
isn't
of
that bad
course.
either. We
No
all
one's
wish we could
complaining.
go back to that. So, final question. What color did you guys see the dress yesterday?
See, I saw it white and gold, but then all of my friends saw it black and blue, so
Okay.
I'm conflicted.
I saw both. I saw black and blue first, and then about an hour later I saw white and gold, and so it's been flip-flopping ever since then, and it's so frustrating. What
I
did you see?
only saw black and purple, but I'm telling you, I'm a little bitter because this is all overshadowing the llamas that got on the loose, which we watched for an hour live feed in my class yesterday. So I'm really kind of sad that the dress is trumping the llamas because that was exciting stuff.
I
Big
saw
news.
it too. The llamas on the loose in Arizona. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today, and enjoy the rest of your free day here in campus and stay out of the cold. And we'll be right back with Brianna and our next guest.
Shalom, I'm Joel.
And I'm Ethan.
And welcome, we're from the Spiel.
It's Jewish news.
Without the schmaltz.
So, Joel, what will we be talking about this week?
This week we're going to be schmoozing about Hamantaschen. We're also going to be discussing the party at Chabad for Purim.
What's a Hamantaschen?
Hamantaschen, it's the triangle, the filling, you know, it's the cookie for Purim.
I'm looking forward to that. But how would you describe Purim?
Purim? We don't have enough time for that.
No. Describe it as quickly as possible. Tune in every other Wednesday at 10 a.m. for the Spiel.
Hi everyone and welcome back. I'm Brianna and I'm here with Professor Mike Williams from the Journalism School, and he's here to talk with us about a study abroad program that he is leading this summer in Scotland. So Thank you for coming and talking with us first of all. Can you kind of explain to us what all the program entails?
Yes, we're teaching Journalism 590, which is our international journalism course. We're going to try to get at least 12 students to go over with me from the middle of June to the middle of July. We're going to be studying at the University of Stirling, which is in the city of Stirling, about halfway between Glasgow and Edinburgh, right in the middle part of Scotland. The class, of course, because it's international journalism, looks at how journalists across the globe are using different technologies and techniques to do their jobs. And my particular interest is in new technologies and new media. And so the emphasis that I'm going to bring to the discussions in our class will be not so much how we've done it in the past, but how we're going to be using technology in the future and how countries and media outlets around the world are using it now.
Well, it sounds really interesting, and you said about 12 students get to go.
Right.
So how are students eligible? Are there certain requirements they have to have?
Any KU student can go. Actually, any student can go. And so, you know, it's basically the important thing is that we can make sure that they have a decent GPA. I believe KU's requirements are 2.8, and they also have 3.0 in their major.
Okay, very cool. How are students able to apply? Do they apply online?
You can apply online. You actually apply through the KU Office of Study Abroad. There's a website on the internet that is obviously the KU Study Abroad, and then there's also scotland15.kuinteractive.com.
Okay.
That's a site I've put up that has a lot of the other information about the class. It'll have a class syllabus and a schedule and the other things that we'll accomplish while we're there.
Okay, and when is the deadline for students to
Well,
apply?
the soft deadline is March 1st, which is obviously this weekend.
Yeah.
The important thing is that is also the deadline for scholarship and financial aid application.
Right,
And
yeah.
so since there is some support possibly available based on need, that would be the best thing to do and even though it's Friday, you can still apply online.
Right.
And we will probably keep the applications open at least as we look through registration time for KU students, because you'll register for that class much as you would a summer school class.
Okay, and this all sounds really interesting and like a lot of fun. Have you taken students abroad before?
Oh yes, this will be my 5th or 6th class to go abroad, not to Scotland. This will be my first trip to Scotland. I've taken several groups to Italy. That's probably the most recent ones. I took a class to Northern Ireland and a class to Vietnam.
Oh wow, that's really awesome. And this sounds like a great opportunity for students to get to learn more about journalism, but kind of in a different atmosphere. Now, so you teach journalism here at KU, and you are very into design and photography and stuff like that. So I have to ask, since everybody else has been asking, what's your theory on the blue, black, white, gold dress picture?
It's a Photoshop trick to make the colors change like that. It's not even a trick. You just inverse the colors, and so what's yellow or gold is blue, what's white is black. And if you look really closely, you can see that that's kind of what they've done.
Yeah.
But I also do enough web stuff that my suspicion is that they've built the website so that each time you visit the page or the site, it changes which picture it shows you. I don't think it has anything else to do with anything. So.
Yeah. Well, I trust your input, so I believe you. But thank you so much again for coming and talking with us. We will be right back with our news.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas. A great place to be you.
Hi, I'm Kelly O'Connor.
And I'm Abby Weaver. This is your Friday Good Morning KU News Update. In breaking news early this morning, it has been reported that 9 people are dead in Tyrone, Missouri. Tyrone is located east of Springfield and south of Rolla in the Ozark Mountain region in Missouri. According to the Kansas City Star, the Texas County Sheriff told local media there are 4 confirmed crime scenes and possibly 2 more.
Missouri politicians were already shocked from yesterday's report that State Auditor Tom Swike had committed suicide. The elected public official had previously served as Chief of Staff for 3 U.S. ambassadors to the United Nations before turning his attention to local politics. It has been rumored that Swike was going to run for the governor in the next election.
Jihad John has been identified. The man has a British accent, seen in ISIS beheading videos, was identified yesterday by U.S. officials as Mohammed Emwazi, a Kuwait-born Londoner. Emwazi has become known as Jihad John and has appeared in at least 5 previous hostage videos.
More than 2,500 decommissioned New York subway cars have already been thrown into the Atlantic Ocean. The goal is to create an underwater reef for crustaceans and fish. This process has been happening since 2007, with 1 subway car being dumped every month.
The FCC has passed an historic measure to regulate the internet with stricter rules. These new rules are known as net neutrality and provide equal opportunity for internet speeds and access to websites. The new regulations will not take effect until sometime this summer.
The pearl-studded gown worn at the Academy Awards on Sunday night by actress Lupita Nyong'o was stolen from her hotel room on Wednesday. According to the LA County Sheriff, Nyong'o was staying at the London, a luxury hotel located just off Sunset Boulevard in West Hollywood. The custom Calvin Klein gown was encrusted with 6,000 white Akoya pearls that are worth an estimated $150,000.
The Kansas City-based restaurant Spin Pizza will be opening a location in Lawrence. Spin Pizza will be just east of the Walmart store at 6th and Wakarusa. The artisan-style pizza restaurant plans to be open this fall.
Looking to make another postseason trip to the NCAA tournament, the Kansas baseball team will take on Utah in their home opener a week from today. The Jayhawks beat the Swoops 6-3 in the Big 12 Pac-12 Challenge on February 20th and look to continue that streak next Friday at 3 p.m. at Hoagland Ballpark.
And finally, ESPN's College Game Day broadcast will be in Lawrence tomorrow to witness KU face-off against Texas in Allen Fieldhouse. The game is set to begin at 4 p.m. Kansas is trying to hold on to one-game lead over West Virginia, Iowa State, and Oklahoma for the top spot in the Big 12 standings.
And that will wrap it up for today's news update. Be sure to keep watching because after the break, we'll be back with a new segment called Box of Lies.
And welcome back. I'm Katie here with my guest, Brianna. We are here today to play a favorite game of mine called Box of Lies.
Box of Lies.
So if you have seen The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, then this is a game that they play pretty often. So Brianna and I both have items in our boxes, and we are going to pull them out. And I'm not going to see Brianna's item. She's not going to see mine. And we're going to tell the other what's in our box, and she has to decide if I'm lying or if I'm telling the truth. Are you ready?
Yes.
You ready? Okay, let's play.
Sure.
Do you want to go first?
No, you go
Okay.
first.
Pull out my item. Set it right here. Okay. In my box is a bowl of gravy with the face of Perry Ellis on it.
What?
Am I lying?
Okay, just a little background information real quick. Katie and I are in the same sorority, and for breakfast this morning, there was biscuits and gravy So I feel like you're telling the truth because you had access to gravy. Are you telling
Nope.
the truth? No!
Well, there is a bowl of gravy, but the face of Perry Ellis is not in it. There's actually a little mini hairbrush inside.
What? Who comes up with this stuff? Okay.
Okay, your turn.
So do you get a point then?
Yes, I get 1 point. So the first to 2 points wins.
The first to 2. Okay, well.
Or we'll just both show our items, and whoever has the
Halfway
most
there.
points at the end wins.
Halfway there. Okay. My turn? Wow. Okay. Don't look.
I can't see anything but your face.
Okay, I'm putting my item right here. Okay.
What's in your box?
Okay, when I look at this item, I think of childhood song from Sesame Street. Scrub it up, the rubber ducky, you're the one. It's a rubber ducky. Am I lying or am I telling the truth?
You're lying. Seriously? Oh my gosh. Dang it.
I have a better.
You were laughing, so I thought you were going to be lying.
I'm laughing because this is crazy.
Okay, so we both have one more item that we're going to show. For my last item, put it right there. This goes with it.
Oh, there's more than one.
In my box is a mailbox with a light bulb inside of it.
A mailbox?
With a light bulb inside of it, yes.
A mailbox, like a legitimate. Oh. I feel like this time you have to be telling the truth. Just kidding, you're lying.
Final answer?
Truth. You're telling the truth.
Dang it! Yes, it's a little mini mailbox.
With a light bulb.
With a light
I knew
bulb
you couldn't
inside.
lie to me twice in a row. Okay. Last item. Wait, so I get a point?
Yes.
Wait, I just won.
We'll have to see if we can tie it.
Wait a second. You said. Okay.
I still want to know what your last item is.
Okay, my last item. I feel like you're not going to be able to guess if I'm telling the truth or not. So, my last item. I don't know how to explain this to you. It's missing its other half. It's lonely. It's supposed to come in twos. But it is a high-heeled shoe.
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. I beat you. 3
game.
points, actually. I got 3.
Okay, congratulations to our first ever Box of Lies KU edition, Brianna Johnson.
Thank you.
All right, and well, with that, I take defeat, and that is also going to wrap it up for our show today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tune in next Friday at 10 a.m. to see what game we're going to be playing next week. Thanks, and have a great night.
Bye, guys.